Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're doing a focused exploration, something really designed to spark some ideas, particularly around engaging young children. We're diving into Essie and the Aniballers kingdom. It looks like a really fun way to get young kids active and maybe introduce them to football.
Yeah, exactly. And our focus today is really on understanding their current approach. How does it work right now to grab kids' attention and, help their development through play?
Right. No crystal balls today, just looking at what's actually there.
Exactly. We're looking at Aniballers as it is this digital tool built to get kids moving and sort of lay down the basics for football skills. Young kids, specifically.
It is fascinating, that blend of digital and physical activity. Okay, so let's unpack this a bit. Aniballers. At its heart, it's a football training app, but aims squarely at the very young one.
Yeah, preschool age, really.
And what jumps out straight away is this mix of learning skills, but keeping it, really fun.
Absolutely crucial at that age. It can't feel like serious training.
No, definitely not. It has to be about just enjoying that first contact with the ball, with the game.
And, we saw some interesting feedback from a former Premier League player, also happens to be a parent.
Oh.
Yeah, and he basically said his kid loves it, finds it a great way to, get active, learn a few things about football, but also, importantly, spend some good time together.
That's telling, isn't it? Coming from someone who knows football inside out, but also sees it through a parent's eyes.
Exactly. It hits both notes, the fun and the family connection.
Okay, so let's get into the structure. This is where it seems, quite cleverly put together for keeping little ones hooked.
Yeah.
You mentioned challenges.
Yeah. There are 50 unique football training challenges, and these aren't just random games. They've been developed by UEFA-approved coaches.
Okay, so proper expertise behind the fun.
Definitely. There's a solid coaching foundation there.
And these challenges, they're aimed at specific skills.
Yes, they've broken it down really nicely. They target key things you need, the building blocks, agility, ball control, dribbling, kicking, and even some fun little tricks, which kids always love.
Right, the flashy bits.
Exactly. It feels like a kind of holistic introduction without being too much for them.
And this all happens within this Aniballers kingdom.
Correct.
With different zones.
That's right. They've created this whole imaginative world. There are 5 football-themed zones.
Can you walk us through those?
Sure. So you've got the savannah, that's all about agility, moving quickly.
Okay.
Then there's the city, which focuses on dribbling skills.
Yep.
Keeping the ball close.
Makes sense in a city.
Yeah. The jungle is for ball control. Then the frozen zone is dedicated to kicking different types of kicks.
Right.
And finally, the watering hole. That's where they introduce the fun tricks.
So each zone has a clear focus that seems quite intuitive for kids and probably for parents helping them too.
Yeah, very clear. And it adds that layer of adventure or exploration.
Now, how are these challenges actually shown to the kids? It's not just text, I assume.
No, not at all. This is another smart part. They use engaging video content, and the videos feature other children doing the challenges.
Ah, okay. That feels important. Seeing kids like them doing it.
Hugely important. It makes it instantly relatable. It's not an adult telling them what to do. It's seeing a peer having fun and succeeding. That's massive for motivation at that age. That I can do that too, feeling.
Yeah, that social learning piece.
Yeah.
Powerful stuff.
Very.
Now, is it just the child parked in front of a screen? Or there are more to it? Because you mentioned family time earlier.
Good question. No, it's definitely not designed for passive screen time. Parental involvement is actively encouraged.
How so?
Well, parents are prompted, encouraged to actually do the drills with their children.
Ah, okay. So getting down on the floor with them.
Exactly. Which obviously provides support for the child, but also creates that shared activity, that quality time we talked about, being active together.
And what if the parent isn't exactly messy themselves? Do they need football skills?
No, not at all. They've thought of that. The app includes really simple tutorial videos specifically for the parents.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, just guiding them on how to help facilitate the activity. It removes that barrier so any parent can feel comfortable jumping in.
That's smart. Makes it accessible for everyone, not just sporty families.
Precisely. It shifts it from just being about the kid learning a skill to being a shared family thing, promoting activity, bonding, all good stuff.
So it's fun. It gets families moving together.
Yeah.
But is there any sort of educational underpinning? Or is it purely about the football?
No, there's definitely an educational thought process behind it, too. It's actually aligned with the Early Years Foundation Stage Framework, the EYFS.
Okay, I know that. That's the standard framework for under fives in the UK, right? For learning and development.
That's the one. So by aligning with EYFS, Aniballers is ensuring that the activities are not just teaching football, but also supporting those broader developmental milestones that are crucial for young children's growth.
Interesting. So while they're working on, say, agility in the savannah, they might also be hitting some EYFS physical development goals.
Exactly. Or communication or listening. It weaves those principles into the active play. It's quite integrated.
Very clever, ticking multiple boxes through play. And has this approach gained any kind of recognition? Does the industry see it as something interesting?
It has, actually. Aniballers won the Kelvin Gardner license this competition. That was at Brand Licensing Europe back in 2023.
Okay, that's significant. Winning something like that suggests people see real potential in the concept.
Yeah, it definitely highlights that it's seen as innovative within that, kids' sports and education space.
Right. Now, let's talk about Essie. She seems central to this whole Aniballers kingdom. Who is Essie?
Essie is the star, really. She's a Linus character, and she acts as the main guide through the Aniballers kingdom.
A lioness teaching football.
She's presented as being really passionate, kind of on a mission to get as many kids as possible playing football. She's the encourager, the friendly face.
And she has this phrase, the phonics of football. What's that about?
Yeah, I love that analogy. Essie frames these basic skills, kicking, dribbling, control, as the phonics of football.
Okay. Like learning letter sounds to read.
Exactly like that. Just as coo is a basic sound for reading, maybe a simple toe poke is a basic sound for football. It suggests these are the absolute fundamentals you build upon. It makes learning skills sound less daunting, more foundational.
That's a really neat way to put it. And then there are skillsies. What on earth are those?
Haha, yeah, the skillsies. They sound quite cute. They're described as these adorable, fluffy little characters.
Okay.
And the idea is, as children practice and master the different skills in the app, they get to collect and sort of nurture these skillsies.
Ah, so it's a gamification element, a reward system.
Totally. A really appealing one for young kids, you'd imagine. Collecting cute characters is always a hit. It adds that layer of achievement and ongoing motivation. Learn a skill, get a skill Z.
Gotcha. So the Aniballers kingdom isn't just a menu of drills. It's this whole world with Essie guiding you, stories, collecting these little creatures.
Exactly. It's trying to be more immersive, combining the physical activity with imagination, with narrative, making the process of learning football into a kind of adventure.
That blend seems key.
And it apparently came from a pretty relatable place, just a dad trying to figure out a fun way to teach his own kid how to play.
Right. Born from a real need.
Seems so.
Okay, so let's pull this together. Thinking about the app as it is now, with Essie, the zones, the skillsies, how does it really work to engage kids and help them develop in a fun way?
Well, the engagement comes from a few things working together, I think. First, the challenges themselves are designed to be fun, right?
Right.
Then you've got the relatable videos, seeing other kids do it. That's huge. And then the reward system, collecting those skillsies. That keeps them motivated to practice and progress.
Okay, that covers the engagement. What about the development side?
On the development side, it's introducing those fundamental movement skills and basic football techniques in a way that's really tailored for, little bodies and short attention spans.
Age appropriate.
Very. It builds their physical literacy, their motor skills, their coordination, but also their confidence as they manage to do the challenges. And crucially, it encourages them to just be active, to move.
And potentially brings the family into that activity, too.
Yes, that's a major strand running through it, fostering that positive interaction around physical play.
So summing up, Aniballers Kingdom, with Essie leading the charge, sounds like a really well-rounded approach for today. It's fun, it's engaging, it's grounded in developmental principles, and it gets kids and families moving with football as the vehicle, all through the current app.
Yeah, that seems to be the package right now. It's a really interesting example of using digital tools thoughtfully, understanding what makes young kids tick, using imagination and play to build those positive early experiences with sport and activity.
It definitely gives you something to think about. Maybe consider how powerful things like gamification, relatable characters, and just pure play can be, especially in getting kids excited about moving and learning early on.
Absolutely. Food for thought.
Indeed. Well, thanks for diving into the Aniballers Kingdom with us today.